As we continue to discuss the state of Jamaica's music, the controversial trap dancehall has been a major topic of discussion right here on our stage. Over the past 2 weeks, we heard from two of the most celebrated producers in both trap and traditional dancehall, Not Nice and Shane Brown, each on opposite sides of the trap debate.
Trap dancehall, it is not working. Personally, I love it.
This week we hear from a top musician who backs pretty much every leading light in dancehall, including trappers. Ruff's musical director, Nigel Staff. Also in this edition of our show, special performances from Richie Stevens, Wayne Wonder, and Mr. G. All coming up. Welcome to the show, everyone. I am Winfred Williams. We'll be right back.
On Stage with Winfred Williams.
As we continue our look at the state of Jamaica's music, the controversial trap dancehall has been a major topic of discussion. Over the past 2 weeks, we heard from two of the most celebrated producers in both trap and traditional dancehall, Not Nice and Shane Brown, each on opposite sides of the trap debate.
Trap dancehall, it is not working. Personally, I love it.
This week, we'll hear from a top musician who backs pretty much every leading light in dancehall, including trappers. Ruff's musical director, Nigel Staff. Right now, right here on our stage. Nigel, sir.
My brother.
Welcome, sir. Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
Healthy and in good spirit.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Giving
sir.
thanks for life and love and all of these great.
Oh, my goodness. What you can tell us about your close shave. How was the experience for you?
I don't even know where to begin, to be honest, because I literally just woke up to 8 strokes.
Yes.
And long and short of it is, there are like 5 of the top doctors at the University Hospital around me, and they watched the last 5 strokes happen.
Yes.
And they ran through every single test and part of my body, and they could find nothing that could contribute to a stroke. There was no blockages, no clots in the vessels, no hemorrhaging in the brain. At one point, they were like, oh my God, he's having a stroke, let's do thrombosis. Pay for the medicine for thrombosis, that. And then they said, no, he's not bleeding on the brain. Let's try this, And I went, I think the only test I didn't do at UA was a pregnancy test, to be honest with you. I did every single test, and there was nothing fine. I mean, at the time, my cholesterol levels were high, I guess because of the episode. But everything's regulated, blood pressure's good, everything. And they all regulated very quickly. So I'm thankful to be alive. Big up to Dr. Bruce, know him from school, Dr. Christopher Tufton, Minister Grange,
Okay.
Dr. Joy, Dr. Rose Gardner, yes. There's a doctor that I never got his name, but he was also really instrumental. He taught me through the whole process. He said, you're gonna do 4 COVID tests because you're gonna go to 4 parts in the hospital. If you need to see your kids, they need to do a COVID test, you need to do this, that. And he basically said, we have 3 hours to figure this out. Because after 3 hours, you're gonna have speech impediment and those things that won't go away. So we have to run through this in 3 hours. And believe me, I lift my hat to them. I lift my hat.
They did it.
They did it. And I stayed in the hospital for 2 weeks. And I mean, just to basically, as I said, do every test, but everything came back to normal. Now I'm on a program where I do swimming every day, and because I mean, you see me on the hill, Mountain Spring, you know that I was on the fitness program, and I figured that was part of the reason why my recovery was so swift and good. And The prayers, brother. Thanks to everybody worldwide who sent up prayers. I don't even think that list is finished yet. I've reconnected with so many people that I've known since I was like 2 years old. There's so many people that I never knew that were still watching. I never knew that my respect and my ratings were high as they manifested. I knew that I was respected, but believe you me, it was really, really epic. And I think the most humbling part of it all was to be watching television, listening to radio, looking at your phone, and see people responding to what they thought was my death. So I'm seeing myself dead even though I'm alive, and seeing the responses and the messages and the video calls and the messages. I was like, wow. Yeah, it was really epic. Yeah. Yeah.
So how do you move forward? What do you do now? What do you do differently now?
As a person that never wanted to admit that I may have or I have high blood pressure, hypertension, stuff like that. But now I take my medication religiously. My kids are now my parents. I can't do anything without their.
Oh wow. They're managing you.
They're managing me like they're managing me like a prime minister would manage a country properly. So I'm big up Sunny and Zanja. Big up to their moms. Their moms really stepped up to the plate and made sure everything was good. Big up to everybody that was there for me. Because even though people couldn't come into the hospital because of COVID protocols, I felt it. There were like crowds outside, and my phone was off the hook. My daughter took away my phone and she gave me back in the, Daddy, I can't deal with your phone. I can't deal with your phone. Your phone's like blowing up. When I came out of the hospital, I had like 1,200 WhatsApp conversations alone. It was really epic. I give thanks for life and love and all that.
Yes,
stuff.
the love you have out there, my friend, is wide.
It is.
Very, very expansive. Worldwide.
Yes.
You know?
Yep.
It's good to see you, sir, and it's good to, and thank you for relaying your story to us. And I hope people watching can take something from this.
Yeah, man. Health first and everything. Health is the real wealth.
Because, boy, this is a time, and a lot of people are losing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it really is. I mean, when we heard of you, and it just, wow, what's going on? Yeah. I mean, it's like we're losing some of our greatest musicians.
I don't know how we're going to recover from that, I don't know, because the continuity, I'm not seeing it. When you lose stalwarts like Robbie Shakespeare,
yes,
stalwarts like Bonnie Whaler, Tootsie Bert, and when you look at the ones coming up on the train, when you look at the kind of music, the kind of, I always say this, we're not musicians, we're cultural ambassadors. I tell people all the while, the secret to Ruff Cut's success is not that we play music well, we live the music.
yes.
And when I see the should I say dilution, cultural appropriation, whatever it is, it's not potent anymore. And there's a love that borders addiction that I'm not seeing in this younger generation, that I clamor for, that I'm not seeing. So I'm genuinely worried. When the world opens back up, who will be on tour Winford?
Segue now into the trap dancehall question. Because, so what's your official position on it?
My question to you, Winford, firstly, is what is trap dancehall and why are we so hung up on genres?
Yes.
Because my thing is, no matter the genre, the songs have to be great songs.
Yes.
And the people decide what songs will be hit songs.
Yeah.
You cannot write a hit song.
Nobody knows, eh?
Yeah, you can write a good song, a purple song, a cultural song, a mama song, a gun song. It's the people that choose the hits. And what has been happening in the last, I dare say, 10 years is we've not been making songs, whether it be trap dancehall, whether it be reggae, whether it be dancehall, whatever it is. And when you look at the rest of the world, when you look at reggaeton, they're making solid songs. Songs that have intros, songs that have choruses. You'll see later, you'll see a Wayne Wonder, you'll see a Richie Stevens have the same song format. Your Sean Paul, your Shaggy, your Shabba Ranks. To this day, I can sit you down on a laptop and I can show you what Shabba Ranks did 30 years ago, his song formats, and how the hip-hoppers and the trappers over there are doing the same formats. The first one we have primary hook and primary chorus, and you can't even tell the difference because they're so strong. We're not doing that. We're a bag of lyricists. We've succumbed to lyricism.
So there is a formula.
There has always been a
A
formula.
hit formula.
Yes, and I always tell you, we suffer from two things. We're not writing songs, and we don't have our own industry. We don't have our own ecosystem. We don't have our own microcosm. Break it down to grassroots. We go to dance. It costs if we put on a dance. We don't make money from dance because we never set it up properly. So there's no system.
Yes.
And because we lack that system, we have to tap into the rest of the world. That's why we're so hung up on the Grammys.
Yes.
And that's why we're so hung up on the accolades and the Billboard charts, because that's where we get true ratification.
Yes.
And you can only get that true ratification with songs.
But at the same time, you're saying we're not working for it. We're not disciplined
saying
enough. We're not putting out what
It's
is
not even disciplined
needed
enough. That's
to-
a whole different ballgame. I'm saying, if you can write a song, if you prove to me that you know how to write songs, there's still a work ethic that you need to adopt. For every Sean Paul song, it's 100 song in voice. Every Sean Paul hit is 100 songs. See Mr. G there? For every Mr. G song where you have a hit, him have 100 what him doing. Me remember one time me and Sean apart, and about 2 nights we not sleep. And man said, yo, we're going to check Steve McGregor. I just a pass through, but tell him, say, I check him. And when me I say, I can't bleach no more, brother. Me I say, Sean, me I cut, I link you when me wake up. When me wake up, the man them write, voice, and mix a song. When me wake up to my WhatsApp, Sean send me the song when me work on while me asleep. And this is the man that has been bleaching me for 2 days. Shabba Ranks voice, ting-a-ling-a-ling, 11 time. And the list goes on and on and on.
It's hard work.
Hard work. And that's when you have the formula right. The difference I see with all these people now that are the young trappers and the young, me not have a problem with them now. Make it successful. I keep saying this. There was a time when Bob Marley was considered scum. He was a Rasta, a Strega doing reggae. There was a time when Shabba Ranks was scum and they made what they were doing successful. And the world had to acknowledge it. So I'm sure that if they make whatever they call this to be successful, the world is not submitting to it.
So your suggestion is that they find the formula?
There's no formula to find, it's there in front of them. They're just hardies and stubborn. And it get to me now because me a road phone and
is trap any less than the traditional dancehall?
I don't know what it is. You call it trap, I am saying whatever it is.
Yes.
It don't meet the mark. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm hearing no songs. I was watching a YouTube video. The video was top 300 songs that have more than 1 billion views on their official Viva channel. And at least 60% was reggaeton,
Oh.
And that's a direct derivative of our genre. The difference is they have been able, within that reggaeton genre, to make songs. We aren't making any songs.
That chop
And
and
that
go.
man can, whoever want vex with me when I make a song. This is why we last big song of Coffee. This is why, and me know say Spice are gonna cuss me. Spice, I love you, I love what you're doing. But it really is strange that VP spent so much money to get you on Jimmy Kimmel, Good Morning America, Jimmy Fallon, and all these nice promotion things with 3 of the top acts out of Jamaica, Sean Shaggy, and the new girl on the block, the new queen. And you weren't able to break the Billboard charts, official Billboard charts. You're looking at $250,000 US. Nobody can tell me nothing. Me know music business. Shaggy can't trick me. That 10 million something that we are doing, it don't work. In order to sell platinum in streaming world, you have to 1.5 billion streams, paid streams. 1.5 billion paid streams. And it's not a hard thing to do. Because if I was to send you that video link, you know at least 70% of those songs. You know them. So it's not a hard thing. We are not making songs. We've just gone into this whole thing of living the life, but we're not living the life. We are cultural ambassadors. When last have we sold our culture to the world? And I said this on your program, 2 years ago,
Yeah.
I said, you're gonna see how COVID has affected our country, because it's gonna affect music industry the most. And the music industry is the driving force between our main foreign exchange earner, which is tourism. Listen to the news every day. Our tourism sector is struggling. Our entertainment sector, which is an unofficial sector, is struggling. I am dying to see what musicians will still be musicians. So I don't really want to chant dancehall. I don't really want to hear reggae. I want to hear songs. Just songs.
But so where do you put the dynamics in Jamaica's music? From scat to rock steady to reggae to dancehall and so on. That dynamic.
That dynamic is cool, and I keep telling you.
But it seems like it's critical to our survival.
What is critical?
As artists.
What is critical is that all of those genres had songs. My Boy Lollipop is a ska song.
No, I'm not disputing your argument about song.
No, I'm just saying.
But isn't there some sort of contradiction here? If they were to be sticking with the tried and proven formula for hits or making songs. Now, if young people are going to express themselves, okay, and all of these genres that we're talking about, that we found our own genre out of creativity, out of young people, musicians, albeit jazz musicians, the players of instrument like you, were playing their soul, okay, most of the time for nothing. And we came up with a sound that was uniquely ours. And from there, a few years later, by 66, they wanted to change, slow it down and come with rock steady.
But you still
And
don't
then-
have the car key,
Yes.
The key we're going to start, the car the way I talk about.
But that
is
body,
the song.
what I'm getting to is that body of work, the gems in it that are timeless. That's the heartbeat of the people that went out there and capture souls around the globe. So how do you now say to a youngster, and those youngsters back in the 60s and 70s and the turn of the 80s when it became dancehall, how do you speak to them about them self-expressing? They're just expressing raw self without any knowledge of what might happen with it. Isn't that the formula for music?
No, that's not the
Expressing?
formula for music. And I'll give you an example.
Yes.
Usain Bolt is the fastest man in the history of racing in the world. He spent 4 years to run 9.5 seconds.
Yes.
He had to go to the gym, he had to do the there's planks, all of these things. There is a way to do it.
Okay.
Remember you had, Donald Quarry and the man that was doing the same thing back in their day, you know. They came up through the same regimen.
Yeah.
If you have another example, football. I play good football. I mean, I like train. But I like play the game. I'll never make Barcelona team. I'll never make Jamaica's national team. I never will play for Harbour.
Are you know that
because there is no way you can make a team without doing that part of it.
Yes.
And I'm saying to you, whatever genre, however you want to do it from your soul,
yes.
when you go up on your football field, when you're offside, you're offside.
Right.
So me I say to you,
yeah.
you have to play within the rules.
Okay.
And the rule is...
But Nigel...
If we had hits out of trap dancehall right now, we wouldn't be having this kind of conversation.
Yes.
Because I remember when we never had any faith in Bob Marley and he had all of these songs and he shut up everybody. I remember when they said Shabba Ranks was the devil reincarnate and he had hits. And everybody shut up. And I remember people saying, boy, it's a work, you know, because they follow the formula. It's not the work ethic, it's the formula. Okay. And the formula is making songs. We can't go around that.
So give me your clear position on trap. Is it is said that it's not going anywhere? It's not a visa. It cannot go anywhere. Is that your position?
Here's my position.
Yes.
No genre of any kind can sustain itself or continue without songs.
Okay. So you
will not
go as far as to say it's not going anywhere.
No, I can't say that because if tomorrow they have a good year and they make songs that are hitting Billboard charts and ring, what am I to say?
Yes.
That means you applied yourself. I'm not dealing with the political landscape. I'm not dealing with poor versus rich, uptown versus downtown. I am saying our biggest, mineral is our culture. Try, test, and proven to the point where it's our main foreign exchange earner, officially and unofficially. And whether or not we have a haphazard or a streamlined way of getting our next set of recruits to bring it forward to the next level, that's moot point. I'm saying in order for it to be successful on any level, we have to tap into somewhere else because we don't have our own marketplace.
Right,
simple.
I rest my case, Nigel. Thank you so much for coming and sharing so much with us. It's a pleasure always to talk about this. You're stimulating you awaken me in a lot of ways. And I hope our viewers will learn something from this and will help us to get to where we want to get. So that's him right here on our stage, Nigel Staff. Still to come. As the debate continues around the variant known as trap dancehall, two veterans of the definitive era of the traditional dancehall, the 1990s, Rain Wonder and Mr. G. Also in this edition of our show, special performances from Richie Stevens, Rain Wonder and Mr. G. All coming up.
On Stage with Winfred Williams.
Now, as the debate continues around the variant known as trap dancehall in Jamaica's music, right now, right here on our stage, two veterans of the definitive era of the traditional dancehall, the 1990s. We're talking about no other than Wayne Wonder and Mr. G as they collaborate on a number of projects. Gentlemen, welcome. Happy New Year and everything.
Blessing, man. We're here, man.
Blessed love.
Yes,
so
sir.
first and foremost, the impact on your lives by the COVID-19.
You know, I have been grounded, so to speak, since. You know what I say? So I've been turning down a portion of shows, overseas gigs. So, you know, we're mainly working in the studios. And, you know, we have other business ventures them where we attend to, you know what I say?
Okay. Your life, Wayne?
At first, the COVID, like, you know, everybody was grounded basically. You know what I mean? But there was a little lead way. You know what I mean? So still give thanks for the opportunity if we still can go out there and
perform, you know what I mean? You know, it's more rigid because, you know, you have to do the COVID test, I was in the UK, right? And I did like 3 shows. And within that 3 shows, I did like maybe like 12 COVID tests.
Wow.
You know, I have to take the COVID test to go backstage, after, you know? But they didn't. Yeah, man, but it's a mental thing, you have to be strong. But still, I got to give thanks for that little break. And, you know, I'm a blessed, you know, artist, you know, because like people just always book we in want to hear we in wonder, and I can't turn it down. Once the fans request we in wonder.
All right, so let's jump into the big question of trap dancehall, the big debate around it. Nah, gone away, and those things. Where are you guys on it? G?
Well, you am to me now as a man who been in music for over 25 years, yeah? The youth them who make this trap, we don't know what can happen in a year time or 2 year time with it. Yeah. One of them might say the right thing and explode on the international scene. What I'm saying to them is that don't shut out on a mind in saying it's just trap dancehall you not deal with. You have to deal with music pan a whole. You have to think about you can tackle some real dancehall rhythms. You know, I say with new flavors because them things are still a make. You can attack some one drop. You can attack different because there's different aspects of the music. My problem with a portion of the youth them from this new generation is that them don't have no gratitude for the people them who open the doors and set the pace and set the pattern so that they have something to come and inherit at this time.
Yes.
Listen to me now. When we come up as youngsters and we say a school where we can go attend a school, how the school reach there? Somebody there have to build it. You there have to have people who are teach and transfer the information from one generation to a next. Now for the youth them nowadays, it's like the man them are going like say them just come and inspire themselves to be artists. Somebody have to set the pattern. And don't be ungrateful. Not because somebody never come do a song with you or a man never produce something with you. You're going to say, boy, that man they never help you. Listen to me. We ain't in the business longer than me. We in boss 1989.
True.
Sanchez them, Pinchers them. The whole of the man them from them era they are come right up. Me I feel grateful to the man them because of them open certain doors so that we could have things to inherit, and then what we are going to do, what we do already was to build on what foundation was already there. You can't be ungrateful as a youth and go on like say nobody never do anything. If we never help set the pattern, I've been on the British charts.
It's a platform.
It's a platform, of course. You know what I say? And check this, Winford. When me break 1996, in a 1 month, me sign to BMG Records, which is an affiliate of EMI, which is the biggest thing that in 1 month. I was on the British charts when I was about to go to Top of the Pops, come back to Jamaica to come do a show, to go back to England the next week to go do Top of the Pops. Princess Diana died. You know what I say? We've been on the BET, the MTVs, we've sold out stadiums, the Ruff cut them. Them can't tell us some of my biggest crowd them draw with Red Rat and Goofy. You know what I say? Now, singer, a man like Wayne, where they on sound system from 1986, 87 till him get him breaking at 89. Him come set the pattern, him come deal with Billboard, Wicked. Wayne have some of the most prolific songs them ever make in our genre. Oh, you for go on like say, a man like this and a man like me and a man like Buja and Shaban, Beanie and Bounty and the people who help set the pattern never do nothing.
Wayne, are you getting that? A pushback from youngsters and they are disrespecting you and not showing you?
Not specifically disrespecting
really,
us, you know.
Okay. Nah, man, because we love the youth, them, and, you know,
Natural.
If we could get close to them, feel like, you know, give them a more insight on it and make them deal with it more professional. And don't deal with it because that is a big part of it too. You know what I mean? Because me personally, I feel so from you do it right, it can work, you know.
Natural.
from you do it the right way,
The
it can
trap,
work.
the trap
Yeah,
can
of
work
course.
if done properly.
Some
That's
of them
what
are
I
nice,
say.
nice
That's
thing,
what I
man.
say. If them find the right thing
Right
to
thing.
say, it can
Yeah.
work. That
Yes.
me never ever knock
All right,
music.
as an artist, and you put in the work, you don't just want to put in the work for just like a spot here. You know, I feel so good like me I check in at the MGM, and when I walk in, me hear Saddest Day play, me hear No Letting Go, me hear Perfect Proposal, me hear the song from the movie soundtrack, Hold Me Now. Yeah, that are the fire. You have to think wide. I just know, you know, and guess what? If it hit there, everybody gonna love it.
Natural.
So just don't
Don't close your
perform
mind.
for just right here. So
Now close your mind.
as I said, the music it can spread, but just do it the
Yeah,
right way.
because
It can come from anywhere, man.
Yeah,
the
man.
kids ought to be more alert about who's done what.
Yeah, true.
Long and short of the situation, this is what I'm saying to the youngsters coming up into the music. Appreciate who has done and set the pattern before you. Once you appreciate that and you open your mind and you are willing to learn, then you are going to grasp information. And this information is going to help you to propel to the other level or the next level. Now, if you get a break as a little youth and a your brethren produce a song, listen to me. Seek out the persons who have the ability to produce songs that have the right substance, the right ingredients to go out and make that mark on the world. Don't close in your mind to a little thing and say, boy, because I'm a virgin, do this and ray. When we in bus, we could have stay around a penthouse and a record for nobody else. My record for Steely and Cleve, Bobby Digital, Jammies, John, them. You know me, I say when me boss with me and Sweet,
Mikey
me never,
Bennett,
yeah, me
Sly
never
Robbie,
need to go
Anel
nowhere.
Tucker. I'm a grasp so much different energy from it.
All right,
Because
because
everyone
variety.
create a different type of style.
Variety.
They must say Sly I give that thing there.
All right.
Steely I give that thing there.
What are you hearing, Wayne, in the international space about trap?
We're not hearing it.
I don't really hear it.
We're not hearing it.
What are people saying?
Because
What about
like
yeah.
for me, we live in the States, like, communicate like with radio programmers, like program directors, it's hard to get in. Like, them not find a thing there.
Them have to put about the dancing at the dance.
For push it through.
The dance, even if a trap you do, you have to create a way where when it put on the
And
floor,
it's too dark.
Yes.
It's too dark.
Good.
That's one of the
Well,
things.
hold your point. That's an important point.
That
to
is
make.
one of the
Yes.
things
Too
that
dark.
the program
Explain
directors
that.
are saying. It's too dark.
The violence?
Yeah, it's really dark. Like, remember, say I can write a song about doing something, but how I do it. Remember, say me is a singer, but me still say anything goes when you ride. And big people are singing, but a bad man thing me I sing. I'm in a factory working, hustling up. Is how you say it.
Not
Me
true.
now gonna say me I kick up the door and everything skull bust and that is like there not much art night day night. You can still put it away where I said, yo, that wicked
relatable
man.
and palatable to everybody.
That
Palatable.
wicked. So
Yeah,
even
man.
though it's so grimy and hard, it's like a program director I say, these Jamaicans.
But isn't
I've
it a
been around
reflection of our
But
society?
you still can do it in a way where
Isn't it a reflection of who we are and what
Well,
we're
yeah.
glorifying and glamorizing?
So like the incident where the man run down the grandma and the 10 and the 6-year-old. The mindset there, where they know?
Whoa.
I want another mindset that we want there.
Going for like on a serious.
You were making a point. Make that point for me again.
Now, what I was saying, is that we need to put back the dance in the music. That's why it named Dancehall. Now, Winford, whether or not anybody want like it or not, we are being hammered by Afro's beats. We're being hammered by the African artists.
Reggaeton.
Reggaeton,
Yeah.
right. And reggaeton come off a dance hall. It come off a Shabba Rank song with Steely and Cleve in the
I
neck,
see.
Dembo, and them things. You get what me I say?
If you look on it, it's like the amount of Africans is like what 1 billion Africans, isn't it? So they must support each other. That's
Of
the
course.
greatest thing we ever see. Yo, these people support each other so much.
Right across the continent. when
Spanish,
the bus in
them
one
support
country.
each other
Yeah.
so much.
But why you think they must support them one another? Because they are making the songs that make you want to unify and have fun. Now, if it's pure gangster song coming out, what are we saying?
So when the word,
is that we don't have any love? We're not left. We're not
like, oh my God, what's this? Even
You
if you're
know what I
not
say?
into that type of music there, so it no matter what you make, if them make them trap thing and them find the right thing, that I say, if you find the right thing, it can work. But
Natural.
a beer darkness, beer keckle up the badness and too much, it dark, man.
We need variety, Winford. Long and short. We need variety. And,
Yeah, so you have to-
and to the youths then.
All right, remember say girl tune was a girl tune, you know. So you can say, but that a girl tune everybody, you know. No, everything is like a man I go up on a girl move and him kill 2 people on the way. That don't make any sense. It's supposed to be a girl tune, but you have to fly 2 bot on the way. It's a girl song.
Yeah. We have to put it this way. In order to get out of this slump.
We think we need more dialogue though. We need for, you know?
Yes.
But you them need to open their mind
And someone
for listen
take talk, that's the next thing.
That is the thing. If you open your mind to learn and listen,
talk.
it is going to happen. If not, then you're going to stay because Winnie, let's be real about this. For the last 8 to 9 years, the amount of artists come and get 1 and 2 songs and disappear and nowhere to be found after that. You have a program,
Right, so
they interview
abracadabra.
most of them. Now, notice the youth them. What are we stick out in our music now is the youth them we embrace and honor the man them before them and the culture.
Form alliances,
And the
yes.
all right. Dexter Daps, one of the baddest thing ever come out.
Terrible, man.
Out of music. Why Dexter so bad? Because Dexter have the 90s and him just blend it with the now. Massacre, same thing. Blend then with now and have the winning formula. TJ.
If them find the right thing, trust me. Because like me, I wrote for them. When I love to walk in at the place them I hear.
Of course.
My little Jamaican young artist
course.
from the biggest, you know, radio in America or in the UK or the Netherlands.
And the talent is there now.
You know?
The talent is there because when you listen to youth them
Yo,
are
the man
right.
spit something.
Them are right.
Oh, them spit
are
them
right.
thing.
Right.
All right. Remember I said that the creators them create it now. Remember I said I come from, you see me. I mean, easy. They say I come from, you know. A man never know him, just hold a mic and drink 2 Guineas and charge up and oh, Lord of His mercy and record spin over. That's where it's coming from.
Yup.
To where it is now. Because I tell you, and you guess what? In them time they have enough man who are DJ who never really go too much school. You can know the man them will go school.
Natural.
See like the early B them, the man the historian, early B have so much information.
Yeah, man.
And when you check it, it's
Construction and
true.
lyrics.
And you can name the song them was so super creative. Oh, which artist
them.
do a song and DJ it back way? You know, say some craziness that.
Yeah,
and don't miss a word. We
Yeah,
song DJ the thing and reverse it and him never miss a word.
Yeah, man.
How you do that? You have to gift it, man. So, but them youth, yeah, them have it on a level where most of them, like me listen, like Massacre, you know what I mean, Maestro Dan. Them youth they go come here, watch them youth from them little back line, I do the back them when them each other. You know what I mean? Even Josh, Mr. Josh, as a little youth, I said, I know it in my blood from long time, because this is more information for me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But me, I say, if them find the right thing, well, trust me. You just have a need to find the right.
Not just the right thing, have the right mindset.
True.
No question about their talent.
Let me just say one thing to you,
No, man.
Winford, because I was signed to EMI, yeah? And when I was in the meeting with EMI, and I said to them, why don't you deal with more Jamaican artists? Man, them say, we cannot bother with the headache. A simple thing like you're spending $1 million on an artist and then for you to get him on his phone is the biggest problem in the world. When you're supposed to send them to go do interviews or do some free shows to some major radio station so that they can get added and get played, them don't want to do it. Now the people them who do it and have that work ethics about them, you can see the difference and how far them reach.
Yeah, that is talked about in the industry, also abroad.
Abroad.
Yeah,
There's a lot of talking going on.
Yeah.
They know about us.
They know
There's a
about us.
reputation
Of course.
out there. But you guys are talking about work. You're working together on projects and so on. What's out there already?
I
What's
said,
done?
G just link me in and said, sing, how you do? You know the vibe there? And we don't have a connect from, and that's how we make music. How we make music? Yeah, we dig in, and it's like we're up on the chorus stage, so we put our heart tonight.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? And just vibe it, and
Yes.
you know, so when you say we're ready for go, we're just ready to go. That's how we make music. You know,
What's
and
ready? What's ready from the collab?
Well, the tough times ready, you know, and you know.
And the video coming, and you know it will be premiered on your
stage.
show.
Yes.
We've received a connect right now that it's going to be played on the BET, the MTV, and all the major Spanish stations and the major stations worldwide. You know
There's
what I'm
a
saying?
footprint
Yes.
for both of you in mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why it's easy for them to connect
Yeah.
you because they keep
Yeah.
database, you know.
Yeah.
People look out for it, man.
Databases are kept.
Yeah.
And they use that database to know who they can work with out
Yeah,
of the Jamaican
yeah.
space.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Because they know our propensity for violence is above is above the norm.
Even the States, like, say I schedule for an interview, right? I'm on like 7. I can't show up at 7. I have to be there like latest 6:30. You know what I mean? Go through security, do all of that. Because these buildings, you have to go through security, get a
Yeah.
pass, sign in.
Yeah,
You
man.
know what I mean? You can't. And if you do miss a slot, and you know, when that talk going, I say, yeah, he's not professional. Yeah.
To speak again about the tough times with me and Wayne Wonder, yeah? This song was released like 3 weeks out, well, a month now. And just off a natural energy.
No
The
promotion,
song,
basically.
no promotion, because we just have started the
Yeah, yeah,
promotion
yeah.
now. Now that we say, all right, the song is doing so much of its own and a natural energy.
Yeah.
It went up to number 18 on the top 200 iTunes chart.
And we don't do any promotion.
And we don't do any promotion. Apple Music had it as the best song for dancehall and reggae.
New reggae
that came
song,
out
new dancehall
for
song.
1 month.
December.
You know what I say? And it's been added on all the Spotify big thing them, and me I say, as I sing, we can't ask you nothing better than this, you know.
Okay.
So,
you know.
so the video is in the works right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we'll be ready for us to drop it
Video
next
soon
week.
ready.
Yeah, man. Directed by Michael Kushney,
Yes.
you know,
So
and
we-
his team.
Where we look forward to it.
And definitely, and I want to give a shout out. We had people in the studio that helped with the vibe. Are you like Makiana and
yeah,
stretch
man.
them? You know what I say?
True.
And the whole vibe, the vibe just gel because
If you fall 8 times, get up 9.
9.
All right. So,
Natural.
so there you have them. Wayne Wonder and Mr. G, but they're not over yet. Not over. They're going to perform for us live. So those of you who want a piece of the 90s, the good old 90s, and more, stand by. That's coming up later. And next week, of course, the video will be premiered right here on our stage.
On Stage with Winfred Williams.
And now, a special performance featuring Wayne Wonder and Mr. G. But first, the baddest dancehall band on the planet. Ruff Cut!
Let's get ready to rumble! Good idea! Good idea! Good, good!
Onstage ladies, yeah. Anyway,
Get up here! Get up here!
Oh, hey. On stage.
That Hilltop knows nothing about. Lay dead and listen carefully. You know who wanna get you out. You know your friends and when you're caught up in adversity. That's on the college where your knowledge grows extensively. Cause in a school you never learn in physiology. Say that the heart's are the dirtiest part of the body. But when you got less, it make you fearless. I know one that's walking alone, he's walking beside me. God is my fortress. But when you got less, there is no weakness. Right now I'm mightier than ever. The more them fight me out, the stronger I get. Yes, than cussing people and running your mouth. Stay firm, maintain your happiness. Keep them talking and let it come out. Some will hate you from the cradle to the grave. They'll attack you and to beat you like a slave. Remember when they killed my son outside my gate? They tried to drop the man, but in God I put my faith. But when you got less, there is no weakness. Right now I'm mightier than ever. The more them fight me out, the stronger I get. But when you got less, there is no weakness. I know I'm not walking alone, he's walking beside me. God is my fortress. But when you got less, there is no weakness. Right now I'm mightier than ever. The more them fight me out, the stronger I get. Right now I'm mightier than ever. The more them fight me out, the stronger I get. Right now I'm mightier than ever. Them fight, out the stronger I get.
Must get better.
We come from the garrison, now look at us.
We the one that miss a G say tough times don't last. No, only tough people do. Life is not easy, but you gotta push on through. You know tough times don't last.
Never.
No, only tough people do.
That's true.
Life is not easy, but you gotta push on through.
Me never lose faith, just like Biggie Smalls never lose weight. All when I want single rice rate, they in a me plate, they give up me never content. I know every day very like December, when things good for them to remember. Keep your head up like a rotten blender. Giving up is a crime, if you fall 8 times get up 9.
So tough times don't last, no, only tough people do.
That's true.
Life is not easy, but you gotta push on through, you know tough times don't last.
Never.
No, only tough people do.
That's true.
Life is not easy, but you gotta push on
But
through.
the time I feel like pressure bust pipe. But me I go and hold my own, I mean I love life. Been through the garrison, me grew up in a thug life. I will make it through some rough night.
Must get better, must get better. Gotta push on through, things must get better. The tough times don't last, no, only tough people do.
That's true.
Life is not easy, but you gotta push on through, you know tough times don't last.
Never.
No, only tough people do.
That's true.
Life is not easy, but you gotta push on through.
Me never lose faith, just like Biggie Smalls never lose weight. All when I want single rice crate, they in a me plate, picking up me never content. I know every day very like December, when things good got them to remember. Keep your head up like Everton blender. Keeping up is a crime if you fall 8 times get up.
So tough times don't last, no, only tough people do.
That's true.
Life is not easy, but you gotta push on through, you know tough times don't last. No, only tough people do.
That's true.
Life is not easy, but you gotta push on through.
Cause you see in a life, them say, you kick him down, in bounce right back. In a life, remember said the journey of life will never be easy. You're going to have road bumps, you're going to have pothole, but as long as you trust the Almighty, He will help you, He will carry you across the finish line. So you see when it can get to you, sing and tell them.
Tough times don't last, no, only tough people do.
That's true.
Life is not easy, but you gotta push on through, you know tough times don't last. No, only tough people do.
That's true.
Life is not easy, but you gotta push on through.
We never lose faith, just like Biggie Smalls never lose weight. All when I want single rice grade, me in on me plate, pick it up, me never content. I know every day very like December, when things good got them remember. Keep your head up like Everton blender. Give it up with a crime, if you fall 8 times get up.
So tough times don't last, no, only tough people do. Life is not easy, but you gotta push on through, you know tough times don't last. No, only tough people do. Life is not easy, but you gotta push on through.
That's what I want to feel my people.
Life is not easy, but you gotta push on through.
I'll take a mock up next time.
Thank you.
Yeah! All right, so that's it. All right, that's them. Wow. Special performance from Wayne Wonder and Mr. G, all backed by the great, legendary Ruff Got Band on our stage. And that brings us to the end of our show for this week. Winfred Williams, on behalf of all of us, thanking you for joining us. Do join us again next week for more On Stage. Man. Dirt. Dirt. Thanks for watching our video. Please click subscribe and be on our stage anywhere, anytime, always.